Luca here, and I'm going to do an 8-ball prediction. I'm going to ask the 8-ball, oh 8-ball, will this video be any good at all? And it says, outlook good. Alright, this is a response to my video. I don't know how I'll do this, but anyway, yeah. So I said ask, in one of my videos I did recently called 9 Questions, it'll be linked, yeah, here I guess. I asked my subscribers or watchers, whatever, subscribers, watchers, commenters, whatever, to ask me questions. So I got 4 questions, and I'm going to answer them now. Okay? The first one is from LoveChild37. How has your style of video changed since your first video? My first video I did actually back in May, and I had realized it was a different digital camera I had at the time, and I realized when I was out at the beach I went, oh my gosh, I can take pictures and video. So that's what I did. My very first video I made with Windows Movie Maker, and it was pictures, still photographs, and video with no sound. No music or anything. Completely silent video to the beach. That was my first video. My second video, I took same photos, same still footage, and put Beach Boys music to it. I'll link those in the descriptions if you want to see them. They're on my other channel, but they're still up, so if you want to see them. I went through a period there where I did mostly vlogging, where it was, you know, that I posted them on my blog and that was it. I did a lot for the blogathon. You can see some of those if you go through the channel. Some of these are on the old channel. You have to look at the Saturday AM Girl channel, and I'll link that because my style is kind of different on the 2 channels, and I don't know. So I still do vloggy type videos, obviously, and but I do kind of funnier things where I go out now that I have a digital camera. Because see, when I first started using YouTube, I only had I had a digital camera, but it took video, no audio, and then that broke, and then I didn't have one for a long time, and now I can do audio and video with my little digital camera, which is what I'm using right now. So the sort of nature had changed of the videos because of the equipment I had access to. So I think that's the biggest thing, but it definitely has changed. I do funnier stuff now, I guess. You know, the things that are not directly blogging, you know, like right now, I'm talking to you, LoveChild37. I had to look, but you know, I have to look at about a lot of stuff. So, yeah, my style has changed. I don't know. My style is always changing, I think. It's kind of the nature of what I do all the time. I don't know. Whatever. Edit. Can't edit, but edit. Okay, second question is from Memory and Dream, and she says, if you could live in any other period of history besides the current, where would you live and why? And in the future, 500 years in the future. And I say that because it's not that I don't like history, because I do. I find it very interesting and fascinating. But if you could travel in time backwards, I don't know. I look at that question as sort of like if you could travel in time. Not that if you like had a choice to be alive at a different time, because I wouldn't choose to be alive at a different time. I am way too attached to the internet and way too attached to my conveniences like deodorant and stuff to want to have lived at a time when stuff like that didn't exist. So, yeah. I would only go forward, I think. Plus, because I'd be worried about like messing up the space-time continuum. And, you know, you could only watch. You could only be an observer. Of course, I probably wouldn't fit in the future, so I don't know. So, 500 years in the future. Okay, my next question is, you know, and I have this written down as Stephanie, but I don't think that's right. I'm going to look here. Shoot. I'm going to go, yeah, her question, I'm going to read her name again because that question is not right. Her question, why is it not? Okay, hold on. Stephanie775. I knew that there were some numbers on there and I was missing. Stephanie775. Her question is, what do you think of the shirt, yay or nay? And she says she's dying to know. Well, I think green is probably a very good color for you. It's a little difficult to tell with the lighting, but I think green is a good bright color. Green is my favorite color, so yay. Yay on the green shirt. Okay, last question, and this is from Riddle Spider. What was your favorite toy growing up and why? I would have to say either the sit and spin or the Light Bright. I really liked both of those toys. The Sit and Spin was great. I remember sitting in my basement and sitting on that thing and just spinning until I'd get so dizzy I'd fall off. Oh, I loved that. And the Light and Bright, I loved playing with that. I would go through all the little black outlining things, you know, the patterns. Go through all those really, really quick. And it's no fun to do a pattern twice, because then it's like, the best part is poking it in and making the color come out of the black. That's the best part. Yeah, so I loved the Light Bright. So I ended up just making silly designs and stuff. Oh, love Light Bright. So either Light Bright or that. And now as an adult, my favorite toy, other than YouTube and the internet, my Magic 8 Ball. Thank you guys so much for playing along and doing my questions and asking me questions. Love Child 37, Memory and Dream, Stephanie 775, and Riddle Spider. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys do it again next time. I think this will be something that I do every time, just for fun. I'd like to see what questions people have of me. So thanks to you guys for watching, and have a good let me set this down. Have a good time. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning.